it just when you seems like, PlayStation might be faltering a little bit. Obviously a lot of people were talking about the PS5 Pro and maybe how Sony kind of bungled that a bit, and with some of the announcements and things like that. But for me, it was kind of pretty much what I expected, and I kind of went over that with what I was talking about previously, and it's just interesting to me because I do really feel like, that Sony has kind of lost that little edge that they had before in terms of, hey, the gamers just giving them a free pass or whatever. I see a lot of people are going to, go out there and just really honestly just give their all or whatever. But for me, when you see stuff like this, you just go, yeah, there's going to be people on the internet, but you have to remember that people on the internet are the minority. Like they're not the majority, so they can be loud for sure, but clearly not everybody. Not everybody's going to feel the same way about this stuff, but I found this to be very interesting. I want to get into it. What's up, everybody? Crap Gamer here with Crap Gamer Reviews, back with another video. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please hit that like button, share out the video, and maybe even consider subscribing, as that helps out my channel tremendously and would certainly appreciate it. So we don't exactly know how the PS5 Pro will do, but we're getting some bits and pieces of information. Everybody just thinks this thing's going to be DOA or whatever, because $700 for a console is expensive, and you got the people going, well, I don't want to hear anything about PC gaming too expensive. Listen, I'm not like the biggest knowledgeable person on PC, but the people that really hype up their PCs are spending well over $700. You know what I mean? Like, let's just be real. And I know you can play PC on like a TV or whatever, but most people probably don't do that. They play on like monitors or whatever that fit in like a certain room on a desk or whatever. You sit at your desk chair. Yes, I realize fully that you can play them sitting on a couch or whatever, but the majority of people don't do that. I think, like, for me, even the reason I love consoles, it's just like the focal point of the living area. You've got an entertainment center, you've got a console set up there. You want to go use your apps and stuff. You just boom, grab your controller, boom, I'm on Netflix, boop boop, I'm on Hulu, boop boop, I'm on Disney, boop boop, I'm on Max, whatever, boop boop, I want to play a game, boop boop, I want to watch my movies anywhere, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's super easy to do. You're not messing with a keyboard and mouse. It's just like, it just is what it is. So when it comes to the PS5 Pro, I think that $700, I think they're going for a clearly a specific targeted audience, and that targeted audience is somebody who probably already owns a PlayStation 5, either a Slim or a launch one. And what they want to do is they want people to trade these in. Now, it's funny because GameStop, and I mentioned this, right? And people were like, no, GameStop's not going to offer you good deals on that. Look, GameStop wants people to trade in they're not giving out technically any money, right? You trade in a PS5 right now, you can get up like $400 in credit, right? That makes the price of the Pro $300. Right, so yeah, like, people are going to trade these in, and that was probably the thought process, right? It's not going to be for the majority. It's going to be for a minor niche part of the PlayStation fan base that already has a PlayStation, but they're going to trade in their old one, and somebody's going to buy that, and that it all works out because somebody's going to buy that old PlayStation, and they're going to buy software and services and all that kind of stuff, and that's going to make Sony even more money. So regardless of whether Sony sells a new one or not, it doesn't really matter because they're going to sell some Pros as well. And now we see that the PS5 disc drive is selling out after the PS5 Pro announcement. So people were saying this thing was dead or whatever. Nah, I don't think so. The drive is selling out at online retailers after the reveal of the PS5 Pro. It was made clear that in order to get a disc drive for the new console, you'd have to purchase the external drive. Since then, as spotted online, the peripheral has been selling out everywhere. As of the writing, the drive is number 8 on Amazon's bestseller for video games on Best Buy's website. You can't even order the drive anymore as it's currently sold out. It is still available on sites like Target, Walmart, and PlayStation Direct, however. The external PS5 disc drive was made available when the new PS5 Slim consoles were announced and released last year. Moving forward, it seems like if you want to play physical media on your console, you'll have to buy an add-on rather than having a default option. Currently, it retails for $79.99, and with a $700 price tag on the Pro, you're looking at $800 after taxes for a mid-gen upgrade from Sony. So yeah, again, this is something that a lot of people are talking about. They were saying this thing was DOA or whatever, but you know, obviously, a lot of people are going to buy that. Like the Pro, don't kid yourself. This thing is going to sell out pretty quickly. Obviously, I think a lot of people probably took to the comments and stuff that's happening online and took that as meaning for nobody. I mean, like, Sony had to have known that this thing wasn't going to be for everybody. And, you know, to their credit, you know, I mean, I guess I wish they would have maybe handled things a little bit differently, but I don't think they've handled them terribly when you think about it, because if you want to get kind of technical about it, you know, they really kind of waited for, you know, waiting for some things to kind of happen in a way that gets people back into the fray, you know. I hope that things can kind of change before too long with this type of announcement and things like that. When you think about what Sony is doing, when you think about, obviously, you know, the PS5 Pro is like the big talking point, and you know, people were kind of bad mouthing it and kind of trashing it, and you know, oh no, the Pro or whatever, you know, that thing sucks, or you know, like it was kind of the butt of the joke for a little bit, you know. Like I said, I don't think it was like too many people were making fun of it, you know, but it's like Sony has this way of kind of ingratiating fans, and like people will be quick to forgive them. That's the thing. So people will 100%, you know, forgive Sony for this, and they'll move past it. You know, some games will be supporting it. For me, like right at launch, it really doesn't seem like there's a lot going on for the Pro that's gonna say, okay, well, buy me. You know, I don't see a ton of stuff really kind of saying that, but you know, maybe GTA 6 will be that. Maybe some of this upcoming PlayStation stuff will be that. We'll see. We'll see what happens when that kind of comes about. But you know, again, I think Sony should be thankful and should send flowers to Microsoft, because Microsoft is continually doing these stupid things that kind of takes the heat off of Sony. And if you don't believe me, just look at what's kind of going on. You know, like Microsoft is like, hey, let's go ahead and lay off a bunch of people. You know, we've let Sony kind of suffer long enough for a couple of days. We might as well, you know, fire a bunch more people and then sound like complete douchers, and you know, and have all that kind of stuff, like the emails and stuff leaked, because it does. And you know, not only that, but it comes out that Microsoft was like firing these people at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, so like that's crazy to me. Like, you have this corporate entity that is like making more money than they ever have, and yet people can't keep their jobs, you know. And it's just, to me, all the promises that they made with, you know, Activision and that kind of stuff, just absolutely sickening to see, you know, so many people lose their jobs over this stuff. You know, it's just, it's abhorrent. You know, I hate it, and hopefully we can see something change in the future from that. But again, you know, Microsoft is always going to be in turmoil. You know, there's realistically, I don't feel like there's much they can do to really change people's perceptions at this point. Like, I think they're just all in with kind of the negative stuff that's going. So, you know, again, we'll see how this works out. But, you know, Sony is going to have momentum. They do have the PS5 Pro. Yeah, they don't have any huge major games, but that could be solved with some Xbox games coming over, to be quite honest about it. You know, I mean, we live in that world where Xbox games can and do come to the PlayStation. So, you know, again, even though Sony is kind of dropping the ball a little bit, you know, we'll have to see if, you know, and if anything comes from that. Like, I don't see people abandoning PlayStation anytime soon, you know, for Xbox. Like, it wouldn't make sense to do that. It just wouldn't, because to be honest with you, Microsoft's giving no indication that they're in it for the long haul, man. They don't even talk about their console, man. It almost comes across as they hate their console, and that's really unfortunate. You know, kind of seeing how things are kind of playing out. But, you know, I would love your guys' thoughts and opinions on this. Let me know down below in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews. Like, share, subscribe. I do daily gaming content. You know, try to be fun and informative as well. Rack 'em up. Fact 'em up. Crap Gamer 'em up. I'll catch you next time. Crap Gamer out.